What's up guys, Zansu here, and today we talk about the Teclast P85T, the best tablet under $15. First of all, sorry about my English, I'm Brazilian, and now let's talk about this tablet. It has 64GB of internal storage and a SD card slot to expand even more. 4GB of RAM and an octa-core processor, the all-winner A523. This processor is what makes this tablet shines. Different from other cheap tablets, this one is an octa-core and have a good graphic chip. And this makes so much difference from the daily use and to run games. Navigating on the internet and apps like YouTube, Netflix and Facebook, I observe few slowdowns, and it's not a really big issue. The screen is fine, it's a 8 inches HD IPS screen. The colors are not great, but they're fine. And for the price, it's really good for the price. The speakers are better than cheap cell phones, smartphones. It's really clear, but it's not so deep. But for the price, it's fantastic. This tablet have Wi-Fi 6. I tested with my Wi-Fi 5 GHz and works really well. I stream games from my PC with Steam Link and Moonlight and I don't have any issue. So 8 inches to stream games from PC, it's fantastic. The only thing that is not so great is the just HD screen, but it's enough. And it's good to play with a big screen. Playing on cell phone are not so great. I prefer to play in this tablet with a worse screen but bigger. Now let's talk about games. This tablet have a USB Type-C connector, which is great to connect controllers and avoid input lag. I personally recommend two controllers for this one. One of them is the Memo S3. It's a really good and cheap controller. The only issue with this controller is the pad that is not so comfortable. It's a little small and I know it's rounded, doesn't make so much sense, but it's good enough. And for the price, it's fantastic for the price. And the other one I really recommend is the GameSir G8 Plus, the new GameSir G8. And the other one I recommend is the GameSir G8 Plus. It's the G8 for tablets. And for cell phone too, it works on both. But the price is twice the Memo S3, so you can choose what is better for you. Cheaper and not so good D-pad, or expensive and almost perfect. Both are really comfortable. For me, the S3 it's a little more comfortable because it's a little small. So for play like DS games, a smaller controller is good because you can use your fingers on the screen. But if you really want to use the D-pad, I recommend the G8. And this tablet have a P2 connection too. For those who liked, I like P2, so it's great. And about the performance, I tested only 3 games on Dreamcast. Power Stone and Donald Duck runs perfectly in 1x resolution. It's almost the screen resolution, so 2x will not be so much different. And Sonic Adventure 2 runs constantly at 16 frames, but sometimes drop to 15, 5, what causes some audio lags. It's not perfect, but it's really good. If you want that I test some Dreamcast game, please let the comment below. I don't know too much about Dreamcast games, so I take the ones I already played. And don't forget to give a comment about what you think about the video, what you want that I test here, and give it a like. And if you can, please subscribe on my channel. I will bring some videos about games and stuff like this. So let's continue with the video. Now let's talk about the PSP. The majority of games will run fine. Fighting games and games that don't demand so much of hardware will run perfect on 2x resolution. Games with big maps that needs to load the map constantly will have some stutters. Probably because the processor can't handle charge new stuffs, but like 95% of the time the game will run well. The only issue is when you open the game. You will need to give some 10 seconds to the to charge everything and start to run smoothly. But it's playable, it's totally playable. And for $15 it's awesome compared with other tablets and handhelds. And other a little heavier games will have some frame drops, what we call some sound lags. The Crash Mutant is a good example. It's still playable, but it's not perfect. You can see on my gameplay that when I'm fighting against enemies, it's 16 frames and it's a little strange, the audio. But it's still playable. It's just not perfect. And heavy games will totally don't run here. The God of War I can run with 2 frame skips. It's not ideal, but it's kinda playable. The game runs originally at 16 frames, so the frame skip is not so bad here. And other heavy games like Star Wars Force Unleashed and MotorStorm, this guy will not run at all. The S is really good to play here. The big screen make a lot of difference, and you can play horizontally like the original DS, with one screen below other. For me, it's the best place to play DS. It's better even than 3DS, because 3DS don't have so much battery and the standby of 3DS is really bad. So I prefer to play DS here, and I play horizontally because I prefer to use my USB Type-C controller and don't have any input lag. So in general, with $5, I don't believe you can find something better to run games. The Tremui Smart Pro and other $15 handhelds have about 4 times less hardware than this tablet and doesn't run Android. And 8 inches screen, it's great to play games. More than 8 inches, for me it starts to get a little uncomfortable to hold. The perfect is 7 to me, but 8 is great too. The only issue for me is the battery. The battery lasts quite a while, it's good enough to play games for a long time, but it takes really long to charge. This tablet has 5000 mAh battery, it's normal, it's good, but only 8 watts charging. So this is why it takes so long to charge. But in general, it's a really good stuff. If you want to something better to play games, you probably need to spend $100 on a 8 inches better tablet. So this was the video. I hope it was useful to you. Don't forget the like and the comment. I will try to bring more videos about games. I am using this channel to train my English and do something I like. I have a channel in Portuguese too. I will make like the same kind of videos in both channels. So this is the video. Bye bye.